Let's say this one has requested google.com, and now the internet will send the reply, an HTTP reply, and it will contain the google.com files, and then these files will be forwarded to this machine. So this is the normal communication works, but there is some problem with an ARP protocol. So one of the main problem with ARP protocols is that there is no way of authentication or verifying the information. For example, if a device A sends an information to device B, the device B will receive information and then it will update its IP tables with that information without verifying if the information was correct or not. So this is one of the main fundamental problems with ARP protocol, and this is the reason why ARP spoofing is one of the most common attacks. So what happens is that, let's say there is a hacker who wants to intercept the communication or traffic that is occurring between this victim machine and the internet. So what happens is that this hacker generates an ARP response, and it tells the victim machine that I am a hacker. So it fools the device or victim machine into thinking that it's a gateway. So it will say that my IP address is 0.1 and my MAC address is this thing. It tells victim I am a router. So it pretends to be this device, but it is actually another device. So it creates a fake packet or fake ARP response, and it sends this response to this victim machine. When the victim machine receives this response, it updates its IP tables with the fake information that it receives without verifying that even if its information was correct or not. The next step is the hacker sends a second packet to this gateway router, and now it tells the gateway routers that I am a victim machine. So it fools both devices. So it tells victim that I am a router, and it tells router that I am a victim. So now these both devices have updated their IP tables, and their MAC addresses are according to this situation. So let's say if this victim wants to connect to the internet, there is no direct way, because the router IP is in victim machine's IP tables. The router is represented by this device, and in this machine's IP tables, the victim machine is represented by this machine's IP and MAC. So both these devices are spoofed or fooled into thinking that they are other devices. So now, in order to communicate, what happens is that victim sends a packet to this router, but victim sends a packet to this machine thinking that this machine is the router. And then what happens is that this machine forwards this package to the router, and router thinks that this packet is coming from this machine because the information has been updated, and then it forwards it to the internet. Once it gets a response back, instead of sending the response to this machine, the router sends response to this machine, and then this machine forwards the response to this machine. So now you are completely intercepting the traffic. That instead of traffic going directly from router to this machine, it is flowing through your network, and then you can simply read everything that is communicated between these two devices. For example, let's say if this machine is sending its password or its username over the network, you can easily intercept this network password here, and then you can read what the user's password is. You can filter or sort out each of the packet that is sent, and then you can read this package to see or understand what the victim machine is doing. This is a very important security flaw in ARP protocol, and it is utilized by different hackers to perform the ARP spoofing.